Hello, friends. I'm Tom Downey. Alongside me is Mitchell Renz. Time now for our NFL mailbag questions. We'll break them down. Use hashtag NFL in the comment section. Reagan asks, Wentz to Jacksonville. I still think they're going to trade Nick Foles.
They're going to trade Nick Foles. Nick Foles to Jacksonville. I put money down on BetDSI on that. They're going to keep Wentz.
Keep rolling here with some more live Q&A. Gucci Boy says, do you think, he means Demarcus Lawrence here, by the way, walks in free agency? The Niners would be all over him. He's not going to hit the open market. As I broke down in that top 25.
They'd be dumb to let him go. And if he is out there, Raider Nation, you better get on him.
Which is exactly why the Raiders, the Lions, every team with cap space,
the number one free agent for
would go after him. He's not going to hit the open market. Feed Naeem says, how clutch is Greg Zurlein and how horrible is draft class? Obviously very clutch. In terms of the draft class, it's solid enough overall. It just depends on what positions you want.
I was just going to say, I actually think if you're looking for defense, it's one of the best drafts that I can remember.
Yeah, if you're looking for a quarterback or a top 15, top 25 pick as a running back, kind of out of luck.
Yeah.
If you want a defensive lineman, if you want a tight end or a number 2 receiver, you got plenty of options. But beyond that, you're a little bit thin.
Love me some Greg the Leg, though.
Absolutely. All right, the only gamer, 2367. Who do you think will be the worst team next year? It's early, obviously, so we can change our minds here.
I'm going to stick with the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals got a brand new coach who I'm not totally sold on. Still a pretty tough division. They had the least amount of points scored last season in the NFL, and again, I don't know. I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
I think a team like the Dolphins or Bengals are going to totally blow it up, and they end up making sense there.
The Dolphins did say that they were thinking about tanking for
Tua. So there will be a team that blows it up this offseason. They'll be really bad, and they'll expect to be bad. Back to Gucci Boy says, do you think the Cowboys can afford to keep Zeke, Prescott, Lawrence, and Jones? If not, who walks? They can afford to keep everyone.
Yeah.
Because the salary cap will continue to rise, and those contracts will be very, very expensive. They'll get Demarcus Lawrence done, I think. They'll get Dak Prescott done, I'm very confident in. They'll get Amari Cooper done. And then it honestly probably comes down to Byron Jones or Zeke Elliott. I think if they could get a Todd Gurley deal for Zeke Elliott, that's the route that they would go very, very quick.
But coming when that deal's going to happen, I don't know. Zeke's going to want to get paid. I think that's a lot tougher than what people think. This one's in from Regan Summers, even though it's only the winner here. Where is Ed Oliver being drafted?
I am very curious to see where Oliver ends up going.
Okay.
So I think you could see a scenario where Oliver goes as high as the top 5, top 6, somewhere in that range. But I think somebody really good is going to slide a little bit, and it could be Ed Oliver because maybe he ends up in Jacksonville if they get like Nick Foles.
Yeah, I mean, he also had that off-the-field issues kind of stuff, so that one's I like Ed Oliver. He's a little bit undersized. His comparison is Aaron Donald, even though I don't really think Aaron Donald has a comparison. But I think he'll still be a top 10 player.
All right, more comments here from Zachary Sipes says, what do the Chiefs need free agency, I think is what he means, and what players should they get? They don't have a ton of cap space. They need defensive help.
Yeah, defense.
I think you're going to target draft for your help there because you're going to have to pay someone like a D Ford. I mean, number one priority is re-signing D Ford. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, sign D Ford, get help in the draft.
All right, Christopher Vigil. Lawrence will look great with gold and red. Go Niners. He'd look great in a lot of jerseys, but the Cowboys aren't going to let him go. They're not going to allow that one to happen.
Yep, I agree.
That's the goal there.
Gucci Boy.
Yeah, we mentioned that question earlier from Gucci Boy. We'll get to another one there, but in the end, Demarcus Lawrence, he's not going to leave anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't.
The Cowboys are at least going to franchise tag him.
Yep.
Like that's their plan there.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, why would you let him go? So, got Gucci Boy. I think we already answered this one, but I mean, we said Dak, Lawrence, Elliott. I mean, sure, it could happen, but they're going to have to pay him up.
Yep. All right, Christopher asks, do you think the 49ers will be active in free agency? I kind of think they will be.
They got money.
They'll at least try to be.
And they should be. I mean, they're still we're in win now mode kind of thing, and I think they should be. I mean, if Jimmy Garoppolo can be as good as what we were all hoping him coming into the year, yeah, absolutely.
All right, Chaotic Asset, if the Niners trade Mullins to the Broncos, what do we get? I'm not super sure. His contract isn't that long, but it is super cheap. I mean, if Denver really thinks Mullins is the franchise guy, I'd say a second, but I don't know if they really feel that way.
If there's one thing that I've seen from Denver, they don't know how to evaluate quarterback talent since John Elway came in.
That's fair, which is ironic.
I agree. I mean, sure, they had Peyton Manning, but it was Peyton Manning. Another quarterback they have, Osweiler, stinks. Paxton Lynch, stinks. Trevor Siemian, stinks.
Well, they actually hit on Siemian, though.
Oh.
He was a 7th-round pick, and they got good play out of it.
Stinks.
Passable play.
Sure, stinks.
I mean, he was a backup, but they got 7th round pick backup. That's great. I'd say like a 3rd or a 4th is kind of my guess there.
Stinks.
Bruneel Jacobs, if the Niners want to trade for AB, what will they have to give up to get him?
A lot.
I had originally told you no, it'd be multiple firsts because Amari Cooper went for a first. Brown's under contract for 3 years. But I think that every time Antonio Brown speaks, he hurts his own trade value. I think that's what he's doing.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily doubt it. I mean, I think that they're going to ultimately have to give up still a first-round pick. I mean, you got to think that the Steelers are literally going to eat $22 million and let him play for somebody else. Like, I don't think that we're taking that into enough consideration. But there's a reason why BetDSI has the 49ers as the top favorites to get them, plus 200 odds there. So go put your money there at BetDSI, chatsports.com/bet, and use our promo code LIVE120 for 120% deposit bonus. Sign up and deposit with MasterCard or Bitcoin, and in fact, if you use Bitcoin, you get a 150% deposit bonus. And then DM us on Twitter at ChatSports, and we're going to hook you up with a free NFL jersey of your choice. This next one's coming in from Terminator Cop 1. What's going on? Who are some sleeper halfbacks for later on in the draft, Tom? You're the draft guru.
I'll throw out just one name for you guys. You might hear a little bit of buzz about the Senior Bowl. That is the North Dakota State running back Bruce Anderson, who you guys might remember as that dude who had that long touchdown at Carson Wentz last year at North Dakota State.
Nope.
There's your sleeper pick right there, at least. And I'll have more guys for you guys. I kind of want to see how they all test the combine. I think that matters a lot more than we want to admit for at least the halfback position. All right, Edward, who do you think the Jets can add to improve their offensive line in free agency? I don't consider it a great offensive line class. If Paradis does hit the open market at the Broncos Center, I go throw money at him. That's what I do.
I'm trying to think who the heck even the offensive line. Like, I know there's so much.
It's not a great offensive
It's so much
line
defensive,
class.
Like stacked up at the top, and then like Lev Bell for me. And I like Kareem Hunt, even though he's only 25 on your list. But
well, it's because I don't know what to do with him.
Nobody does.
All right, Preston Schmidt. Are the Seahawks going to sign an offensive lineman?
Maybe. They played a lot better than what a lot of people get. I mean,
it's almost like Tom Cable's trash at his job. Go figure, right?
Let's go to DirecTV.
Christopher says, all the way from Puerto Rico. Well, thank you for watching.
Bonjour.
Would the NFL have a game, maybe preseason in the Caribbean? I think it's a great idea. Go play a Week 4 preseason game in the Caribbean and let the players chill for a weekend.
And we, as Chat Sports employees, should actually go and do a live reaction in the Caribbean.
And we will broadcast it live for you. We'll get the rights.
And Tom will get the dreads or the hair beads that the girls get when they go to the Caribbean.
Okay, no, I won't. All right, Chip Venue says, will Kyler Murray go to the Steelers? I don't think so.
No.
They've already spent 2 picks in recent years on Joshua Dobbs and Mason Rudolph. I think they'll try and give Mason a shot at some point before they draft another quarterback.
Yeah, not going to the Steelers.
4-4 Smokey Alex, how will Kirk Cousins do next year?
Do better than what he did this year.
Hopefully better. Henry Baseball, should the Saints trade Ingram and make Kamara the workhorse? Well, they can't trade Mark Ingram. He's a free agent. So they could franchise tag him and trade him, but no one's going to trade for him at that price tag. So
absolutely.
Unfortunately, no. Manster54, with a quarterback coach, do you think Dak improvement is coming? I mean, let's not pretend that 2018 Dak Prescott wasn't better than 2017 Dak Prescott. He was better this year. So yes, improvement I hope will continue to come.
Yeah, a little bit. It's also going to be his 4th year. It's a big difference.
Yeah. All right, Colby Sports Gaming, will the Broncos make the playoffs next year?
No.
Let me see who they get at quarterback, but I lean towards no.
No.
I just lean toward no.
No.
Kyler Panic, do you think that the Chiefs will draft Nasir Adderley? First off, my boy, love Nasir Adderley. I am not the conductor of his hype train because I was not first on him, but he is a stud. If he is on the board, he would be a fantastic fit. I saw a question about where he goes. I think he goes round 1.
Okay.
I think he is going to be a first-round pick. The only gamer, should the Dolphins get a quarterback in this year's draft or next year? They're picking outside the top 10. So unless they love a Kyler Murray, then you wait. All right?
I think that they're going to go next year. I mean, there's been reports. I did an NFL rumor show about 2 weeks ago that the Dolphins are saying that they're going to tank for Tua. If that's who they want, go for it, because I'm not really sold on any quarterback. I'll take Tua. I'll take Trevor Lawrence over any quarterback in this year's draft class.
All right. Redmond, will anyone want to come to my Skins? Well, I'm sure somebody will, although Todd Bowles didn't want to go to Washington, so sorry on that one. Chris asked about the Niners trade with Jalen Ramsey for the Jaguars. Again, who says no? The number 2 overall pick for Jalen Ramsey.
I wouldn't.
Who says no? Let me know in the comment section.
Yeah, I know what I'd say.
You say no, but who are you saying no about?
The Jags. I wouldn't give up
Jags
Ramsey.
say no. Okay. Alexander Gomez. This one's for you. Raiders trade up for Nick Bosa. Yes or no?
I hope that they don't. I hope they trade down to get more picks.
So I think you need an edge rusher. So
I think they do too.
What if you miss out on Nick Bosa and Josh Allen?
Then yeah, I'll trade down.
Okay, then you trade down. Space Boy, will Eli be cut by the Giants? I don't think he will be.
Cut? No.
Yeah.
But he might not be the quarterback there. Who knows?
Maybe he could be like a mentor type guy. Ooh, Christopher Vigil. Could the Niners sign Frank Gore for a year so he could retire like a Niner? Well, even if they don't, he can sign the old one-day contract and then retire as a 49er.
I like that idea, though. I like that.
Yeah, but I think that could be a fun one there in the end there for the 49ers. All right, folks, another one coming in. I think our last one here, and then I'll keep answering them in the comment section. Shownuff215 says, do the Eagles draft a linebacker? If so, Mack Wilson. If they lose Nigel Bradham in free agency,
okay,
or flip that. If they lose Jordan Hicks in free agency, Bradham was last year's free agent, then maybe.
I mean, I like Mack Wilson. I think he's the top-rated linebacker in this year's draft class. So, hey, if they can get your hands on him, it's going to help your defense. Why not?
All right, Chris Vigil, Anthony Barr, and Clowney on the 49ers next year. Well, you can't get both.
Yeah, no way.
And I think Clowney gets franchise tagged, but maybe Anthony Barr ends up hitting the open market. All right, folks, keep using hashtag NFL in the comment section. Mitch and I will be responding to them here for a little bit, so don't go anywhere.